Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to, I almost said Batman, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney! Yay! On the last episode, we finally headed inside the evidence room, found Gumshoe, and talked with him, found a little bit more about the SL9 incident, which turned out to be a serial killing, and found out how all these evidence lockers work, and examined a glove, and examined pieces of a broken vase on the ground. So, on this episode, we're going to be examining the evidence room a little bit more, because also we found out that Edgeworth was somehow in this room before the murder happened, which begs a question. Why? So, we're going to be examining this room a little bit more, then we'll probably go head over to Edgeworth's place so that we can ask him a couple questions about why he was here. So, first things first, Gumshoe was just standing here staring at us, just like, what is he doing? I wasn't even facing him when we ended off the last episode. So, we're going to, I'm not sure presenting is actually going to work, but we're going to use the luminol. Oh, it's a spray. I guess I'd go to this. Because there's some things in here that look like they're bloodstained. Well, first things first, let's spray the crime scene. I mean, there's this hand right here, but there's a crime scene too. Get that a couple times. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Oh, God, Gumshoe, come on. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Well, you should have said he was an alien. So there's a lot of blood there. Now let's finally spray the hand. This is clearly blood, or it's red paint. But there, we only see blue paint down here and yellow paint, which is unopened. Actually, the yellow paint might be open, because there's yellow paint coming out of it. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint! What? Yo, Gumshoe's mad. What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine! It's yours? Please! You have to help me when they come to take me away! Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly! You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down in the floor plans. Also, Gumshoe, we're not blaming you. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. You can't trust the police. You're a police officer. What? But you're a detective. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. So, I mean, those are two big things. But there's actually another thing. If we go to the left, and we see that there's a locker here with a piece of cloth hanging out, which isn't exactly the best. If we spray this locker, why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. You haven't noticed us using it the last 2 times? What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. Oh, Gumshoe. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Also, I'm pretty sure the police can get it somewhere. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time! Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure I can use a report like this. Why not put it on normal paper? Why not make it more than 2 words? I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Also, I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Also, that flyer, it has something on it. We will find out, not this game, what's on it, but that's one of the instances where this can actually reference a future game. There's a couple things that do that. We don't see anything like that at the moment. Maybe this telephone pole here, not the telephone pole, the fishing rod, although that probably calls back to last case where we actually used a fishing pole. Actually, we didn't use that fishing pole. We didn't use it at all. All that happened was that Maya hooked herself and tripped and caused a camera to blink, or a camera to take pictures. So that's pretty much all we're going to get out of this room. We got the 3 bloodstains on it, which is more bloodstains than were in the other than the other place. One on this locker, one on Gumshoe's locker, and the giant pool of blood in front of Goodman's locker. So now that that is done, Edgeworth should be getting done. Let's go talk with him. Excuse me, Marshall. We're not here to talk to you. Oh man, it's so convoluted to get over to where we need to go. We have to go all the way to the underground parking lot. Oh, you're still standing here. Hello. Excuse me. High Prosecutor's office, please. Oh no! Oh no, what's his voice? I don't remember his voice. Oh, guess, my apologies. I have no clue what the voice is. Oh, it's you! Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. It's you. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Where's the hotel? I mean, if the... Wait, where's the hotel? The hotel is by my office. I should get tea service. I mean, the hotel's literally next door to where my office is. If he gets the hotel to deliver him tea service, he's either very close to the hotel, which means he's very close to my place, or he's very far away and he's just that rich. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh, yes. He brought me some information, it seems. I'm just looking at the flyer and I'm being very upset. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, the new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So we can talk with Edgeworth now. Also, another thing in this room that kind of calls back to a future installment to Phoenix Wright is the coat that's hanging on his wall right here. We'll find out what that is a couple games from now. But let's talk with him. I bet he has absolutely everything to talk about. The inquiry committee, tomorrow's trial. Those are thrilling subjects. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. So the SL9 incident has been pretty much the start of all of Edgeworth's troubles. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
No, she didn't even say that as a question. Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him out of this out of sorts. He was in a jail cell. I think it was more out of sorts then. So let's present what we want to present. The ID card record. The thing that apparently, according to Gumshoe, Edgeworth is on this for some reason. Oh, right! I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
The Chief of Police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. So, about the screwdriver, it's not confirmed, and it's not even, well, the only thing that's weird about the screwdriver is that we've kind of seen a screwdriver before in a case that we've been in, and that is Turnabout, what's the name of it? Turnabout Sisters. That case, Turnabout Sisters. So, the same case that the Doughboy came from, where April May had that screwdriver in her dresser drawer, where the wiretap was at. Now, that was 6 months ago in Phoenix Wright world, which Edgeworth said this was 6 months ago, and it was a case he worked on. That was the first case that he worked on against us. You see that they're kind of linking together a little bit. But it's not confirmed that this is from that case, it's just a case that he worked on. And it just happens to be a blue screwdriver, exactly like we saw. It happened to be from 6 months ago, exactly the same time as Turnabout Sisters, when we ruined his life. when we won a case against him and caused him his first loss. Ruined his life. So, it's kind of cool. I mean, if it's true, it's not confirmed at all. But, we're going to call it an episode here. We do have something else to talk to him about, if we present something else that we don't have. But, actually we do have it, but we're going to present that to him next episode. So, we know that Edgeworth went in there to just receive a screwdriver for some reason, and that he's still the prosecutor, but he hates everyone. So, on the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be talking with Edgeworth a little bit more, and probably go back over to the evidence room to discover a couple more things. So, until next time, hopefully you enjoy.
Okay. Oh, why is this chair so flat? That doesn't look like the most comforting chair. Okay, Alright, so these things are just gonna appear randomly throughout the entire game. Alright, so there's a green one. I can't do green ones. I can do blue ones, though. So if I ever see a blue one, be prepared. So I don't remember the last time I saw the movie Alice in Wonderland. So all this might feel very unfamiliar to me. I'm gonna be so lost.